The entire COD community is convinced that their random teammates are always a complete disaster, and that's why they can't get a win. It's never your fault. Or is it? And so in this video, we put that theory to the test. In this series, we take players from our Discord, just like you, and pair them with random teammates to truly find out, are you godlike or the problem? This is Ranked Exposed. So to start things off, we have our boy Scythe, who's also going to be paired with Carnage and Doc Jimmy. We're coming fresh off of a win, as these players had played now one time and the vibes were definitely up. But right now, we have ourselves a contract, a new spy drones contract, to try and get our money up as quickly as we possibly can so we can get our loadout and hopefully start hunting down some teams. One thing I'll say for sure, which is a little bit surprising, especially now knowing this, playing on Rebirth for a little while now, is that we actually were able to finish this contract without being contested. We almost have enough money now to get our loadout and we can get straight into the mix. Very similar to Fortune's Keep. Of course, we want to be fighting with meta weapons, so if we happen to get run up on by another team, we're easily able to defend ourselves or even get a squad wipe and get some SR as quickly as we possibly can. So right now, just scrounging for the last little bit of money, kind of getting trolled just by the randomness of the game, but now finally getting our money, able to now drop it onto the buy station, get our loadout, and then start cooking. So we're going to be running the SOA as well as the Renetti, and we're now on the hunt. We're sitting here over at Chemical, seeing if we can find some action. And I will say that at least back in the day, that Chemical was definitely a colder drop. Not nearly as much action over here, a little bit more ratty. But as I say that, we're about to get into some action right now. Got a whole team right in front of us, and unfortunately, Scythe is going to go down with our team nowhere around him. I think he might have got run up on or just got caught by surprise. Let's listen in here and see what's going on with this fight.
I need to get to Jimmy.
Got it down on one.
I downed one with that.
I'll fly back in.
Watching the back door.
No, he's down, he's down, he's down. One more. I lived him. The one selfing on the staircase. You got this, Jimmy. I'm landing on roof.
Above us, I think.
Yeah, riding above us.
Okay, so a good little cleanup there by our team. Unfortunately, Scythe did go down, but able to redeem himself with a couple pistol kills, or a couple assists, I should say. And we're not finished, actually. A little bit more action still going. Not sure if that was another player from earlier, or if that's the same team trying to land back in. We see a ping on the minimap of the enemy now trying to fly towards Industry, just escaping the pressure. And we are now all back together. Scythe looking for his loadout at this point, just trying to get back to full power. And of course, guys, after a fight, if we happen to win, one of the things that we absolutely should be doing is not panicking and running away from our loot, especially even if we have the gas coming in just like this. Take a second here to get your meta weapons, get your perks, get whatever you possibly can to make sure you're going to be as strong as you possibly could be for your next fight, and then move out. Allow your team to protect you, and also don't be afraid of taking a little bit of gas damage if you have to, because in the end, it definitely is worth it. There's tons of plates around. Oh, hold up. We got some more action. Not sure what this guy was doing. I will say that guy absolutely is trash. Crouch walking by himself. His teammate also just doing whatever he's doing out on the ledge of the building there. And I think they're trying to find the third teammate. Might be in the water. They were looking over towards the water, but we are going to just ignore that and continue moving forward here. I'd also like to take a second here to mention that if you're someone who's interested in being in this series to prove if you are in fact valid or trash, then join the Discord. We have random players teaming up all the time and getting insane amount of SRs. And if you're tired of playing solo queue with randoms, then by all means join the Discord and find yourself a team. So right now, moving forward, we got another whole team in front of us. Our team playing extremely close together. You love to see it. A little bit separated as far as elevation. So if Carnage and Jimmy get run up on, or even worse, I'll say if Scythe gets separated and gets run up on by himself, he might find himself in trouble here. Got a live ping above him. High alert behind Scythe as well, so you're gonna have to try and break line of sight. I'm not entirely sure where that's coming from. I want to say it's above him. It might be somebody flying in as well. Got Carnage and Jimmy trying to make their way back towards Scythe now. We got Jimmy right next to us here. We got a lot of fighting on the roof, so we're gonna be trying to push up in Nova 6, also known as Factory. For this one, we're gonna listen in as well and see what the comms are like, see if they're a little bit more coordinated than the last fight. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, we're going up. Broke one.
I'm throwing a smoke out there.
I'm playing the jump down.
Nade.
Watching the push. I think there's one trying to pinch us.
I'm out here. They got fucking gas. They got tear gas out here.
One down.
Killed another.
He's OEing.
Oh my god, he's 1 HP! Upstairs, upstairs! Roof! Where are you? Where are you, Cameron? Oh, you're down.
Yeah, sorry. We were holding.
So a massive effort coming up by Scythe right there, almost getting the entire squad wiped. I think another team actually ran up on him. Unfortunately, separated from his team, did his best, absolutely, but unfortunately did go down. I think if his team actually pushed up with him, I saw also that Jimmy did happen to get another down when he was down in the building, so he definitely has his hands full with another team, but not too bad altogether. Good comms coming up. I think, unfortunately, just slightly not on the same page at the very end of that fight. Of course, not getting our team wiped, so we're not in too bad of shape, picking up a couple more kills and just cleaning out Nova and pushing over to now our west over here towards our next building. For people in the comments, let me know, what do you call this building that Scythe is standing on right now? For in the past, we used to just call this the left building of Nova or small Nova. Speaking of which, getting sniped from Nova itself, trying to push inside right here, getting back together with the teams, collapsing on an enemy right here, getting it down in a thirst. More SR on the board. Scythe now sitting at -6 SR, so not in a bad spot at all. Little switcheroo action happening right here. I think Carnage was actually playing with Scythe's guns and vice versa, so now they're actually switching back to using their own loadout, so I'm not sure how that happened, but they happened to pick up each other's guns, but now we're back on the same page. Unfortunately, Carnage might have actually been better off with Scythe's guns there, actually getting slam jamathied by the enemies up top of living quarters. We also got a mortar on our head, so unfortunately Carnage is going to get down to thirst, and there's nothing they could possibly do as far as throwing a smoke to save him. Although we did try, not much we could really do. We have to retreat from the mortar. It is absolutely the right choice to allow your teammate to die, unfortunately, versus trying to play the hero role and potentially even getting slammed by the mortar. A super unfortunate nade right there. Not sure if you just fat finger that or panic, but that, you hate to see it. I will say, as far as throwing nades, or throwing these other tacticals or lethals, you absolutely want to try and take your time, even if it's that extra split second, just to play a little bit slower to ensure that you're not wasting them. And even worse, if you would actually take damage from that and waste plates or get pushed at the perfectly wrong time, or as I say in the COD community, with COD timing, and then get taken down because of something like that. So you gotta be careful with those tacticals for sure. With all that being said, we're going to get all of our lethals and tacticals back with the ammo box. Okay. Pushing up towards living quarters here. These buildings are not too bad to push, but you definitely have to be very careful. Kind of a choke point on the stairs as well if we were to push inside. There are some ways that you can actually climb up this ladder that Scythe is looking at right now. You can drop off and grab the second floor window and then push from the top. There's also an AC vent on the left side that you can actually flank around as well too. So there are a couple different ways to get in here. If you push straight up the stairs though, in my opinion, that's one of the worst ways to push this building unless you are stacking. Okay, we got Jimmy going up the ladder. Carnage and Scythe can be pushing up the stairs, clearing out the room, challenging every corner aggressively, actually getting some damage, some solid damage. A much better nade coming out from Scythe as well, getting another crack, able to push up the stairs aggressively here and see if we can clean up. Or if this enemy actually, I think it retreated out of the building and actually pushed themselves out of circle. I guess for the sake of the game, for the enemy, it's not a terrible play to give up the building to try and stay alive, especially if he's by himself, considering that Resurgence is also disabled. Okay. So take out that suppression mine. We got players in front of us. We hear the footsteps. Gonna get taken down right there. Scythe and Jimmy making clean, easy work with the enemy. So right here, I'd probably be trying to rotate back in towards one of these main living quarter buildings. Don't want to get caught in the open here whatsoever. I thought for a second there, Scythe was thinking to go towards the buy station, but then backing up. Okay. Right now, we have a decent spot. We have the biggest main building in this area of the map. It's based on where circle is closing. There's a chance we might get pulled out eventually, but we're not in a bad spot. Have some high ground, going to be able to pepper an enemy in front of us there. Everybody relatively close together. Carnage actually separated by us, or separated from us a little bit, but I think he's going to be making his way over in a second here. And that's one of those things too, guys, I'll say for sure, is towards the end game in any match, whether it's ranked or pubs, you want to try and stay together because you're able to get your trades or potentially revive a teammate, throw down a smoke or something. If you're by yourself and you get cleaned out, then that's that. That's super unfortunate. All of a sudden, with circle closing as well, or circle not collapsing to our next ring here, circle 5 here, we actually have pretty phenomenal position. We have one of the last two buildings in the circle. We have height. In a lot of cases, you'd also consider this to be ultimate height, as there is no buildings that are higher than us. Okay, I'm gonna take this ladder. Let's get up. So let's listen into the comms really quickly to see what the plan is now that we have height and great positioning.
Shooting.
This kid's to our left too, right?
I
Could
think
be
I
taking
killed him. I
living
think I killed
quarters.
him. I'm like pretty sure I killed him. Oh, that's the fighting. Edge of the circle.
I'm gonna try to get some of these kills as they're rotating in.
Gotcha. I'm staying on this building.
Yeah, just hang tight. Nice.
So the boys playing very coordinated, having some fantastic holds, having that high ground on everybody. We have one player slipping past us, but not sure it's going to be a problem. With the height that we have, we basically have this in the bag for free. Let's see what happens here. We've got another player playing in the gas. It should be a down right there. Sice is going to get that. Jimmy's going to clean that up. We are now on the back side of circle though, so we have a pretty far rotation, but I think we're in pretty good shape. We're in a 3v2 situation right now, so this could actually be a pretty free win. Somebody pushing way into the gas for no reason. He must have a gold gas mask or something, but he's rotating extremely far. Now our team, Carnage and Scythe, getting a little bit aggressive here. Unfortunately, hold on, Scythe going down. Carnage now on his own in the gas, fighting against his enemy. I think he's able to clean him up. We got a 2v1 situation. The enemy actually bought somebody back, so now we're in a 2v2 all of a sudden. That was not the play. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 right there. That was not the play on Scythe. We didn't have the pull, but we had position as far as height, and unfortunately, hold on, a basically guaranteed win. Almost getting a little bit too carried away or too greedy, pushing in, just really wanted to get that SR, not allowing that player to even die to gas. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to chalk that one up to being trash. Unfortunate. That was not the play, especially in a 3v2. I will say that the buyback situation by the enemy, that was a great play on their part. We could have possibly been watching the gas or watching the buy, because of course you have to travel across the open to get to the buy station, but very uncharacteristic and super unfortunate. I mean, we'll still take away a good amount of SR. I think everybody went plus 100 or very close to it in that game. But of course, guys, unfortunately, you can't win them all. But if you did enjoy the video and you did learn something new, please consider subscribing. And once again, thanks for watching.